case this one's closing.
So what's your name?
My name is Ann Darling, and I'm from Brattleboro, Vermont. I've lived here for 30 years. I'm here because, for many reasons, but one of them is that lately I've been hearing from people from Japan, people from the Fukushima prefecture, about what's happening there, things that are not in the news, and the ways that their government has, and the power company that runs the plants over there has been telling them that things are safe when they're not. And I feel that we need to learn from what's happened there, and we need to not make the same mistakes here. We need to shut down this plant. It was exactly the same as the plants in Japan.
So can you tell me what this particular action is all about?
We are here to count down the days until March 21st, 2012, when the Certificate of Public Good from the state of Vermont will expire, and when the state of Vermont has told Entergy, the owner of the plant, that it needs to shut it down.
So you're just going to be here, somebody is going to be here every day?
Every day, no matter what.
What's your name?
Kate Woolner, and I'm from Northfield, Massachusetts. And the reason I'm here is since I live in Massachusetts, I can't participate in the democratic process of the state of Vermont, but I'm definitely affected by the presence of this plant. I live just a very few miles downriver from this plant, and so being here as part of this presence every day until the plant closes is one of the things that I can do to remind Entergy that they're going to be closing in March of 2012.
I see you're holding the state flag of Vermont.
I am.
What's your name?
My name's Betsy Williams.
Where are you from, Betsy?
I'm from Westminster, West Vermont, just north of Brattleboro. And I'm here today supporting the state of Vermont because I believe that we've participated in a democratic process, and it's a democratic process that has come out clearly in opposition to continuing to operate this facility in the state of Vermont. And it's actually a democratic process that started a number of years ago. It started in the around 2005 or 2006. And Entergy Corporation was involved in that democratic process. They negotiated with the Vermont legislature. They wanted to increase the amount of energy that they were going to be putting, amount of electricity that they were going to be putting out from this reactor. And part of the arrangement, the negotiation that they came up with the legislators in Vermont, was to create the law, Act 260, that we've been acting upon since then. So part of that process...
Hang on a second, there's a car coming.
Part of that process was they got to put out more electricity than the plant was designed for. Many of us didn't particularly agree with that decision, but it happened, and it was part of the democratic process. And in exchange, this law was created in Vermont that was allowing the state and the citizens of the state to choose what kind of ongoing energy future we wanted to have. And so when that decision came around, which it did last year, we decided overwhelmingly that we did not, that we want something different for Vermont and for this region in the future. And so now Entergy is saying they don't want to abide by the law that they were part of creating. And I think that that's not fair. I don't think it's honest. I think that we are part of a democratic process, and I think it's pretty honorable, actually, that the democratic process is working in Vermont. It's not working in so many places in the world and even in our own country. And so I feel really proud of the process that we've had here in Vermont, and I support us acting on it and supporting our legislators in the decision that they made overwhelmingly last year to represent their constituents who also overwhelmingly believe that we need something different in the future. It's time for this plant, this reactor, to be shut down.
All right.
I have something else I want to say.
Yeah, good. You want us to hold something?
Okay. I think that some can see this action and many of the other actions that have taken place here and around Vermont as somehow being a statement against the competence of the workers, and that's not at all what we're trying to say. This issue is with the policy and with the corporation. And one of the concerns that has been talked about for quite some time is the follow-up after the plant closes, in terms of there's still going to need to be a lot of people employed here for decommissioning, which takes many, many years. And we support the idea of retraining for folks who wouldn't be able to be part of the decommissioning but have skills that can be used in other places. So I don't want to see us pitted against the workers, because that's not at all what we're feeling or where we're coming from. Again, our concern is with the policy and with the corporation.